We've got tips and recipes for healthy living. So for fun and inspiration, come and join us in the raw food world.
Just destroying our society, epitome of postpartum depression, when a woman after giving birth, she has no idea who she is. She doesn't feel like a woman anymore. She's frustrated, she's sad, she's angry, she's exhausted. She feels like her life is over as a woman. She just think, oh, I'm just here to take care of this baby. Her sexuality is gone. Her relationship with her husband is just so become so dry and so pragmatic, and all the joy is gone. Just going through this motion, it's very difficult to miss such an important initiation into life, into motherhood. Our society is wasting an incredible resource of that the feminine power that the mother is, that the mother that can raise an empowered child, empowered, self-sustainable, light-hearted, life-loving individual. It's very few women that stay connected with themselves, with what is sustaining them from the inside, so she has what to give to her child. Not just go through the motion of, this is what we do with the baby. That's why so many women bought into the notion that breastfeeding is not good. Let's give the baby a bottle. How is it possible that the mother would miss this opportunity of experiencing the most incredible sensation of having your nipple in your baby's mouth? It doesn't get any better than that, really, as far as senses are concerned. And to just completely ignore that and replace that feeling with a bottle. It is only possible when a woman is completely disoriented, disempowered, cannot tell right from wrong. It takes really a lot to be done to somebody, that they would completely disengage themselves from the nature, from our mammalian background, and replace it with something plastic, synthetic, and unsatisfying, unfulfilling. Well, you got me started, and I can go like this for hours, Once I was not stopped, it was 6 hours before I got hungry. So, I can't go any longer. So, you're sitting listening, I would keep talking, so tell me what.
Babe, do you want to ask her any important questions?
I've been asking a lot of questions. Let me see. I mean, maybe I'd like to say something.
Sure.
I'd like to say I really, really appreciate the work that Elena's doing. We first met Elena at the Raw Film Festival a few years back when she was showing Birth into Being, and it had a huge impact on my life. It's probably the most impactful documentary I've ever seen. I so thoroughly recommend anybody and everybody to see that film. It's incredible to see the contrast between the hospital births and the natural births. Just awe-inspiring. Incredible to see the women giving birth in just ecstatic joy. And yeah, the vision that Elena has of bringing in this next generation of beings that are embodied and loving and open is really inspiring to me as well. That the system that is going on right now isn't necessarily the most exciting or joyous, or the things that are going on around the world, and we also can't really move forward so much by trying to fight everything that's going on. It doesn't really go anywhere. So I love that that's Elena's vision, is to, let's just all do our best to bring forward a new generation of fully embodied, empowered people, and take it from there. So I'm feeling really grateful to have been here this weekend on this workshop and to experience firsthand Elena sharing about all of these things. And yeah, there's so many different things that we learned already this weekend that I would love to be in this video, and they keep coming to my mind. Maybe just come on some of Elena's workshops so you can get it, all the download yourself, because just listening to you speaking now, I'm realizing, wow, there's this and there's this and there's this. There's so much that we've learned in this weekend. And I'm not pregnant, by the way. I'm sure you're all thinking, like, why are they at a birthing workshop? I'm not pregnant, and my desire, my preference would be to not have children for another few years yet until we're settled on a piece of land. So don't get too excited.
Right. Cool. Okay, so I guess one last thing. See, I think there's a lot of women out there that are interested but really scared to, do natural birthing. I love the tightrope example that you gave earlier. And also, I don't know, do you think like watching your DVD, or do you think that is enough, or do you think like a workshop is a definite if you're going to do natural birthing on your own, or?
Lots of women wrote to me that just by watching the film, they were able to wake up to the reality of who we really are. And lots of people said that that was enough. But also, if there was a really severe trauma, then of course I would recommend to actually do something about it, not just watching the film. Though I had one woman telling me that she watched it 17 times, and not just only the film, because on the DVD the feature film is 75 minutes, but then there is almost 3 hours of all the bonus features, and she watched it 17 times, everything, all of this. It's like 4 hours of stuff. And she was saying every next time I would watch it, I would hear something new, because it's so packed with information. She realized that watching the first 5 times, she only was getting small percentages of information. And she said, I wanted to watch until I will not find any new pieces there. Don't want to miss anything. So she ended up watching it 17 times.
Wow.
And she was 42 already, first time pregnant. And the doctor automatically scheduled her the elective C-section, because he just, the first moment he saw her, before he even checked her, he said, you're high risk, this is the date when we're going to extract your baby. Exactly, the due date would be that day. And she did not have any reason to argue with him. That's all she knew, what the doctor said. And when we met and started talking, she said, oh, I'm high risk, there is nothing I can do. It's like I already have it scheduled, and this is what's going to happen. And her husband said, well, it wouldn't hurt to watch it, let's just watch it. So she ended up watching it 17 times. She canceled that elective C-section. They had a home birth where he delivered that baby into his arms, and the midwife that they interviewed and invited to be present with them, she is a midwife for 25 years already. She told me that it was the most beautiful birth she ever attended. It was the highlight of her midwifing career.
Wow.
It just brought tears to my eyes to hear something like that. Here is the baby. Also, it was a baby boy, so it would have been automatically circumcised if they would have gone through the routine C-section. And that baby was unharmed, just because she was following through and really wanting to understand what it would feel like, and she did it. But of course, going through workshop gives a lot more, because normally a woman gives birth the way she was born. If she was not born well, it means that her body doesn't really know how to give birth.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again at the Raw Food World.